They told you Toyota was playing the long game. They lied. This isn't a strategy. It's a surrender. $14,000. A price Toyota cannot match. Their legendary production system is officially dead. Peel back the badge. The heart, the lungs, the brain. All Chinese. Toyota is now just a bodybuilder for BYD. The hierarchy has flipped. Welcome to Volt China. For 70 years, Japan designed the engines. Today, they are buying them from the rivals they meant to destroy. This is the Toyota BZ3, and it is a distress signal. Everyone tells you that Toyota is the unshakable king of automotive manufacturing, the master of the supply chain, the gold standard for reliability. But honestly, in the EV era, that reputation is exactly what is blinding investors to the truth. Today, we are going to perform a digital autopsy on the Toyota BZ3. And what we find inside is not Japanese precision engineering, but a sign of strategic desperation. Because when you peel back the Toyota badge on this car, you do not find a Toyota engine, you find a BYD. This is not a collaboration. This is a capitulation. Let's talk about the truth that the legacy auto industry is terrified to admit. Let's cut through the marketing noise and look at the hardware. When Toyota launched the BZ3 in 2022, the industry called it a strategic pivot. A cold analyst would call it badge engineering on a massive scale. We have analyzed the core technical architecture, and the results are sobering for anyone betting on Japanese EV dominance. The battery? It is the Blade battery from BYD. The motor? It is from Fuji Power, a BYD subsidiary. The electronic control system? While Toyota claims they jointly tuned it, the hardware architecture is fundamentally the BYD platform 3.0. Here's the kicker. Toyota, the company that invented the hybrid game with the Prius, found itself with zero competitive technology for pure EVs. They spent years betting on solid-state batteries and hydrogen, ignoring the lithium-ion reality. Now, facing a patent gap where they hold only 1/3 of the patents BYD has. They had no choice. They had to buy the powertrain off the shelf. The BZ3 is essentially a BYD seal, wrapped in a Toyota chassis, with slightly softer suspension tuning. It is a competent car, but it represents a dangerous precedent. The world's largest automaker has effectively become a client to a company that started as a battery manufacturer. This is not just outsourcing parts. It is outsourcing the soul of the vehicle. We performed a BOM, bill of materials, level analysis on the suppliers. The localization rate of the BZ3 is over 95%. This means 95% of the cash flow for this Japanese car stays in China. The glass is Fuyao. The motor controller is Fuji. The smart cockpit, AI, is a local Chinese LLM called Yuanbao. Even the Japanese suppliers involved, like Denso and Aisin, are producing these parts in their Chinese joint venture factories. Now, for the analysts and engineering teams watching this, who need to track these specific suppliers directly, or if you need to know exactly who is supplying the smart driving chips versus the thermal management modules, I strongly suggest looking at the Volt China EV supply chain master database. It is a raw data resource, currently in beta, that lists the top 25 battery material suppliers and the top 12 smart driving vendors used in these architectures. It is not a glossy report. It is just the raw Excel data you need to map out this ecosystem. It is a useful tool if you want to verify the supply chain depth we are discussing here. Back to the analysis. This 95% localization is not just about logistics. It is about survival. Toyota realized that their traditional Japanese supplier network, the famous Keiretsu system, was too slow and too expensive for the EV war. The Enterprise Samurai in Japan are still perfecting piston rings with 0.01mm tolerance, while Chinese suppliers are iterating silicon carbide inverters every 6 months. Toyota had to bypass its own legacy network to build this car. Here's where the data gets fascinating and slightly terrifying for legacy automakers. Toyota has engaged in what I call financial cannibalism. In early 2026, the price of the BZ3 dropped to around 93,000 yuan. That is roughly 13,000 US dollars. This is lower than the price of a gas-powered Toyota Corolla in many markets. Think about that. An electric vehicle, which typically carries a massive battery cost premium, is being sold for less than their bread-and-butter economy car. How is this possible? It is the "if you can't beat them, join them" economics. By using the BYD Blade battery, Toyota cut the battery cost by about 15% compared to industry averages. By using local Chinese IGBT chips, they cut semiconductor costs by 40%. Our cost analysis suggests the total manufacturing cost of the BZ3 is actually 11,000 yuan, lower than a combustion Corolla. But, and this is the skeptic's warning, this low price is a double-edged sword. It destroys the residual value of the brand. When you sell a Toyota EV for the price of a bargain bin sedan, you are telling the market that your technology commands zero premium. They are moving volume? Sure. But they are training consumers to see Toyota as a budget brand in the EV space. The most damaging part of this story isn't the sales charts. It is the internal morale. There is a leaked internal report, unverified, but widely circulated among industry insiders, describing a teardown session at Toyota's R&D center. Japanese engineers took apart the BYD battery pack, ran it through the infamous nail penetration test, and watched in silence as the temperature barely rose. The conclusion of that report was a single, devastating line: "We can't catch up." For decades, Toyota engineers believed their manufacturing prowess was an impenetrable moat. They believed that Chinese manufacturing was just cheap imitation. But the BZ3 project forced them to confront a new reality. The Chinese supply chain isn't just cheaper. In specific verticals like battery integration and thermal management, it is technically superior. This is why you see the BZ3 using a cooling plate bottom-mounted design, a BYD innovation that protects the cells during a crash. Toyota didn't invent this safety feature, they bought it. The skepticism here should be directed at Toyota's long-term R&D strategy. If you stop innovating and start shopping, you stop being a technology company and start being a procurement company. So, is the Toyota badge plus China tech model the future? The sales data suggests a grim reality. After an initial hype spike, BZ3 sales in China fell off a cliff, dropping 55% year over year. Why? Because Chinese consumers aren't stupid. They asked a simple question: if this is a BYD with a Toyota badge, why don't I just buy the BYD for better software and service? However, the real play might not be China. The real danger for Western competitors is if Toyota takes this Frankenstein model to Southeast Asia, South America, and Africa. In those markets, the Toyota brand is still godlike, and the infrastructure is weak. A cheap, reliable BYD-powered Toyota could dominate the global south before Tesla or Volkswagen even get out of bed. This is the asymmetry of the current market. Toyota is losing the tech war, but they might win the geography war by weaponizing Chinese efficiency. Subscribe to master the world's fastest moving tech market before your competitors do.